Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. And on our little whiteboard here, we have our discussion from the last video. And we'll do a slight review and then move into a new subject. So what we talked about last time was beliefs are more powerful than the truth. The truth. And we talked about beliefs versus truth. And I asked the question, which do you believe is the most important or the most powerful? Now, I didn't get any comments on that, so apparently everybody is in agreement with me that beliefs are more powerful than the truth. Now, as we discussed, these three little statements here, if you believe it, you will see it. You'll see evidence of your belief, or you can't have the belief. Now, down here, the next one. If you do not believe it, you won't see it. If you do not believe it, you won't see it. And beliefs are formed in two ways. The basic ways that beliefs are formed are through hypnosis and repetition throughout your whole life. Hypnosis and repetition is what creates your beliefs. Marketers, when you market a product, they know this very clearly. And that's why when you're watching television or you're looking at something, you'll see the same ad over and over and over and over and over, and they are convincing you through repetition that their product is best, their product is best, their product is best. And why do they do that? They know they have a higher percentage of selling based upon repetition. It starts in the womb and it goes throughout your life. That's how you create your beliefs. And hypnosis is the other one. Now, in hypnosis, basically what you do is you move into an altered state. And in that lower frequency, in which your defenses of your subconscious mind is reduced, new information goes in. And that new information will process differently, and you'll create beliefs. All marketers know that. All people in politics know that. That's why they put the name out over and over and over and have certain little slogans that catch on. So this is all marketing, basically. And you're marketing what you want, not what the truth is. See, if you believe it, you'll see it. And if you don't believe it, you won't see it or recognize it. This can be true. And this can be true. In other words, the belief that you have can be true. And the belief that you do not have, because you don't see it, can be true. It's not whether or not you see it in the physical world or in the evidence of it. It's whether or not you believe it. So your belief is more powerful than the truth. Now the question, which do you believe is more powerful, the belief or the truth? The answer is in the question. Which do you believe? Whatever you believe is the truth for you. And so that's what we talked about last time, and now we're going to talk about something different now. And this is our subject for today. And I'll read it off my paper. It says, the truth about events. They never happened. Oh. The truth about events. They never happened. Oh, well, now how am I going to explain that? How did the events not happen? Oh, wrong thing. I wanted to indicate we're having just plain green tea today. It's quite refreshing and calming, because this is a very tight subject to talk about. So, and we're going to use much of the information that we have already discussed on this channel. One of them, and I'll reference it up there, is called the Standard Model for the Illusion. And there is a playlist on that. But I think it's part 1 and part 2 that you should look at. And then if you think the other things are interested, please give them a look. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will see if I can answer them. Now, let me explain a little bit about our model here. Here we have the infinite field of everything. The all is out here. And in this, over here, we have three different, well, I use three, so that we can begin to see the difference, how we each differently do this. So these are lens of perception. And what is our lens of perception? And there is another video that I'll reference around cleansing your lens of perception. But your lens of perception is basically your belief system. But it is a lens. And in this lens is a filter. And the filter is based upon your life experiences and your memories of those life experiences. And so this infinite field in which an event is happening. An event goes on. This is the event. Now we're going to make a difference between events and events. So this is the event happening in, it doesn't matter what it is. In the past, I've used rock concerts, I've used childbirth, I've used all kinds of stuff to represent an event. Now over here, you're taking in information, 5 senses, of this information of the event. And when you take it in, you move it through your lens of perception. And on the other side of that lens of perception is purified data, high-graded data that meets your belief system. And out of that high-graded data, you create your world. So this is your world. A little circle. It's a globe. And then you through your conscious mind, project this onto the infinite field of everything, and you see this little dotted area here that represents your perception that you have out here, and it will match this infinite field perfectly. Why? Because inside of here are some, but not all, of the information from your senses that you, through your lens of perception, that you threw stuff out to create a high-graded data that matches your belief, that creates your world. So you have this world, and then it is embedded in here. It's not everything that the senses pick up, but it's everything that matches your belief system. And it fits perfectly here. This infinite system fits perfectly. Why? Everything is there. Everything that can be is here, including your world that you created inside. So out here, meaningless information, even the event, is meaningless as you take it in and filter it until you give it meaning on the inside. And you do that to everything. Now I'm calling it an event, but everything in your life, you do the same thing. You create it. Everything. Your significant other, me, your puppy dog, your car, your boss, your job, everything, your kids, everything is a creation in here based upon information that's out here, but high graded through your belief system. So inside of here, you have an event. There's an event in here, inside of you, that you create. This is what I want you to begin to think about. You're creating the event in here, based upon your lens. This is the only event. This is the only event there is for you. This is it. This is the event. This is the event in the infinite field with a whole bunch of stuff going on, like a rock concert or something. This is the event. What is this event? Your interpretation based upon your lens of perception, which is determined by your belief system, which is made up of memories of events, past events, that are gone. This is the only event there is, the only event there is for you. There is no other event. This is the event that's happening. This is the event that you have created. This never happened. This never happened. This happened. This never happened. Events, they never happened. This is the only event you know. It did not happen. This happened. Well, you might say, well, part of that is here. It's a half-truth. A half-truth is a lie. A half-truth is a lie. Oh no, part of it is real. No, it's a creation that you have made that is not this. But you will believe your creation is this. Can't be. The event and your creation of the event are two different things. Now let's look at somebody else. Now somebody else comes in and they're maybe sitting next to you at the rock concert and they are taking in information through their five senses. And they are creating an event. What is their event based on? Their belief system. Is their event this? No. No, it's not. This is different from this. But this is inside of the infinite field of everything. And you will believe from inside your world, this happened. It did not. This happened. This did not happen. Again, you're going to say, well, part of it, some of it, a little bit of it happened. And again, a half-truth, a third of a truth, a tenth of the truth is not the truth. So what is, based on our last video, what is important? The belief that this is the event, or the truth that this is the event? This is your truth. And it's embedded in here, in this infinite field. It is there, but not the way you think it is. It is not this event. So here we got a third guy, and he has an event. And his event is different from these. Why? Different lens of perception, different belief system, different life experiences. So this event, and this event, and this event, these created through your lens of perception, none of them are this event. Oh, but this has a little bit, and this has a little bit, and that has 1% of this. A half-truth is a lie. A half-truth is not true. That's why it's a half-truth. So this is also over here, inside, and it matches it perfectly. So that's why you think when you look out with your senses into the infinite field and you create this, you say, oh, this is out here. No, it's not. This is a creation. This is chaos. And from the chaos, from the meaningless, you create the meaningful. You create the meaningful inside of you. So that's what I want you to begin to understand. Now, how does this turn into this? Now, you ought to start getting this. You cleanse your lens of perception. And when your lens of perception is crystal clear, which means you have no belief system, then this is this. When you cleanse your lens, you see the everything. Now, what does the Course in Miracles say about this? And you'll see it up here. It's very small. And this also relates to everything in your life, including your joy, your pleasure, your pain, and sorrow. Everything is a perception. And here, based on this lens, everything. And the Course talks about, in this case, your pain. Now, in the Course, they say, you get confused about what is pain and what is pleasure. But we're talking about pain here. And so here's what the Course says, very short, very short. What is pain? What is in pain but illusion in the mind? What is in pain is but illusion in the mind. Change the words a little bit. What is in joy but illusion in the mind? Everything is a creation of the mind. There are no events here. This is all you know is your creation. You don't know this event. You only know your interpretation based upon your belief system. So that's why in the past you might recall, and at the end of the video I'll put it, I always put it there, you don't see me. You see only your interpretation of me. If you want to see me, you got to cleanse your lens of perception. Oh, there is so much to talk about here in the illusion, and so much to begin to appreciate. You can change your life. Now, this relates very closely to when you, I'm trying to think of the word right now, manifest. This is a process. You have to change to manifest what's out here. Everything is here. In order to get it, you got to change your lens. This isn't no secret, but it doesn't match the egoic belief system. And it doesn't match what you're going to find on YouTube or in books about manifesting. They say, oh, all you got to do is think happy thoughts. But unless you change your lens of perception, you're going to get what you always got. That's another interesting saying. If you do what you've always done, your lens of perception, you're going to get what you always want. If you do what you always done and you expect to get something different, you're crazy. Change your lens of perception, you change your world. Be good to yourself. There's so much to talk about here in the illusion. You are the creator, you know. And as you shift your lens of perception, you create more magnificently.